The next one you have is constantly criticizing yourself. Now, this one is easy to do, right? Some
Hmm.
of the other ones ahead of that can be kind of hard to do, but this one seems to be something we can become pretty professional at, right? No,
Yep.
seriously.
We can actually create a thought and put it into motion within a fraction of a second, about 1/32nd of a second. We decide if something is pleasurable or unpleasurable. So when you start to criticize yourself, you ever notice how that snowball goes really
Yep.
fast?
Yep.
Oh, well, I did this. Well, you know what? You did this, and you're this, and you know what? I don't like your hair today. And you know what? You kind of
Yep.
smile.
Yep.
You didn't take a shower.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
that snowball rolls.
Yeah.
But if you can acknowledge the good, if you can say, you know what? Yes, I made a mistake, but that doesn't define who I am as a person. I've still accomplished this. I have these goals, these wants, these dreams. I'm pursuing these hobbies. You can actually reprogram your neural network to minimize self criticism, which is a self sabotage trait. It is self abuse. And you can replace it with positive alternatives.
So let me make sure I understood you correctly. It may not go away forever, right? But we can, I love the word you said. You said minimize it because some people live on the whole purpose of maximizing negative thinking toward themselves, comparing themselves, their body shape to their sister, their brother, their this or that, or a magazine or a movie, to the point that they don't even recognize who they are anymore.
Exactly. That was me when I was 31 years old. I looked in a mirror
Dude, don't
after
even
I
try
took
to.
a
You
shower.
30. You said, listen. First of
Yeah.
all, you look like you're 28 still. What are you talking about? Okay, 31. I give you props on that. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I looked at myself right in the mirror and I didn't even recognize my own reflection.
Wow, that's crazy.
I didn't recognize myself physically. I didn't understand how I felt, how I was thinking,
Hmm.
what I wanted in life, what I even enjoyed anymore. My thoughts were this person, that person. They said this, they said that. They want me to do this.
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
to try to become that. My mom
yep,
told me this. My dad told me that.
yeah,
My uncles, my cousins, my brother, my sister. No, no, no. Don't do that. Do
yeah,
this. I realized in those 31 years, when was I ever me?
yeah.
I was criticizing and comparing and judging based off of everybody else's information but my own. And that's when everything changed. Let me tell you, if I could do it, anybody can.
Because it's one thing to take advice. It's another thing to have somebody in your head where you can't even make your own decision. Hearing advice, absorbing suggestions is one thing, but to have it where we don't even know our own thoughts anymore, that seems to be what you're addressing here. That's a problem because
Hmm.
now we're living off of everyone else's opinions and thoughts, and we really have no idea who we are. And God forbid we get in a relationship because, and especially if it's abusive, we're really doomed for
Yeah,
failure.
yeah, we're that wounded gazelle on a
Yeah,
plane surrounded by lions at that point.
yeah,
They
yeah,
will circle like vultures and
yeah.
go after weakness. They will tell you and mold you into exactly what they want you to be.
Yep. Yep. Dressing the way they want you to, wearing the shoes that they want you to, wearing, and you have no idea what you like until they discard you, and then you go like, "Well, who am I? What am I really all about?" This is about taking charge of the very gift of life that we have and making the best possible optimal decisions that we can make for ourselves, but not being overwhelmed if we do need help or advice, like you said at the beginning in point number two, not asking for help, even when you're in need, to make sure we do that. But help is one thing. Having someone else make our decision is a whole nother story.
Yes.
Isolating when you're hurting. Okay. When I first read over these, and that was the last one, I said, wow, that covers a whole lot. there's a lot of talking that could be said about isolating when you're hurting. Sometimes we may need to do that, but that's not what you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about hiding the truth,
Got it.
justifying the truth with excuses.
Got it.
Oh, they won't hit me again. They were drunk that night.
Yeah.
That's isolating yourself from the hurt by hiding the truth.
That's when we need help.
That's when we need it the most. When we are willing to be a human punching bag in a sense, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically.
Right, right.
We are isolating ourselves and allowing ourselves to be hurt
Hmm.
instead of, sitting with the pain,
Hmm.
allowing it to be both lesson and teacher.
Hmm.
We're not overcoming it. We're becoming our pain.
When we become our pain, is there a tendency then that we can make that our lifestyle? Pain.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Believe it or not, I'm a firm believer that about 5 billion people on this planet are addicted to stress. If they
Wow.
weren't, most of the world would be happy all day, every day. We wouldn't have triggers and criticism and belittlements, arguments, stress, frustration, depression, anxiety. We wouldn't have it. And that stress causes pain, and that becomes addictive.